What helped me thinking about, being alive and just waking up tomorrow and tomorrow being another day, it was my sister. And then when she had her baby Mariette, she is, she's a miracle, and her name is Bahati, which means lucky, which means, she's our luck. Because without her, Claire and I wouldn't have had, maybe it would have been just fine, but when you have a life to care for in a place of war, which I don't wish for anybody, you hold yourself dear and you hold them dear. And then, a few years later on, we're not in a place of war like in the Congo, we're not a place, of refugee experiences in life. Now we are in the USA. Still the same thing, right? It's like you need to go to school, you need to do all these different things, you need to pretend that you are, everything's okay, when you realize actually things are not okay. And then you learn about the history of a place that you're in that is also very hurtful for the people who look like you. And so I became, in terms of surviving, I became very alert. Within every image that I get, there are more layers and more layers and more layers and more layers. For me, I couldn't understand why someone would want me dead as a child. And so I started this practice at 10 o'clock, wherever I am, to think positively for the people who might want to harm me. And it's a practice. It's like praying for your enemy. Forgiveness is every day for me. It's a practice for many people that I know in Rwanda. I would say that umuganda, which people come together for common purpose to clean up. I think that's one of the biggest forgiveness. The word itself doesn't give you the full grasp of loss of not only your family, your friends, your neighbors, your nation, but also loss in human trust. There's no words that can describe, losing your whole family and you being the only one. There is no words describing, your neighbor coming and ending your life, and then some staying silent. I've worked very hard, not only intellectually, both spiritually, both physically. 4 years of intense writing, I created a routine where I had to face my body. It's been such a, It's been such a freedom. And to have writers like, Maya Angelou, to have writers like Octavia Butler, to have writers like James Baldwin, many queer people, I feel they have created a space for me to be this. I don't recommend it for everybody because it's a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice because you are going back within yourself. You are going back into places that you never wanted to be. It's both cathartic, but at the same time it's also a victory. Back into hell, to come back to this earth. I wanted people to know what had happened to millions and millions of us. And I was hungry to be able to communicate to people what it means to be a person seeking refuge, what it means for a person being in a place where people have turned against each other. But most importantly, from a child's lens, because memories is all I've had. I've lost so much, and so I wanted to really share that.